Raleigh Major 2019. I'm your host, Golden Boy, and what a day we had yesterday. Great matches played through and through, but now it's time to set our sights on the semifinals. Look at this amazing crowd that we have here today. You guys are pretty awesome. I like it, I like it. Bring the energy, bring the heat, that's what I like to see. So, while we saw the best teams in the world clash against one another in Siege yesterday, today we're gonna do the polar opposite. And we're gonna start with the KiXSTAr Showmatch. That is gonna be our opening bout for the day. It was announced on Twitter, and honestly, it could very well be a dumpster fire. Who knows, honestly. I'm expecting it because look, honestly, you know, I think enough talk. Let's just go ahead and bring out your participants for today's KiXSTAR's match. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, North Carolina. Let's give a round of applause for our KiXSTARs and our captains, Kix and Interro. All right. Kix, you look like you just rolled out of bed this morning.
I did. I put in no effort today at all.
This is you with no effort. It's quite nice though. You got the nice shoes on. You got the robe and glasses at the very. Oh! Look at this guy. Look at this guy. I wonder if that's a Pengu or a Fabian jersey, Kappa.
It's my own. I was gonna wear an NA jersey, so at least they'd be on this stage today. But I figured I gotta go with the winners. So.
Wow. Well, speaking of winners, Kix over here. How you doing, buddy?
I'm okay.
So today is a great day because not only do you get to come up here, play a game that you love, but also you get to take out your partner in crime here potentially. Any words for your opponent?
No.
No words. Keeping it nice and sweet. Short and sweet. I like the sound of that. All right, well, let's go ahead and start the picks here. And I think we'll start first with the highest ranked player. So we got Kix. We'll start with you, buddy. I just picked something. All right, who you want?
Flynn.
All right, Flynn, come on down. Flynn, my man, come over here. All right, well, I like the jersey, you know, feeling it at the very least. First pick, how does it feel?
Hey man, I'm the best piece of garbage on the stage. That's all I need to know.
All right, not much follow-up I can have with that one, buddy. Go ahead and take your position. All right, Interro, it's now gonna be your choice. Who do you got?
Well, he might have the higher rank, but I'm gonna grab the guy with the better hair. I'm gonna go with Veli as my first pick.
Oh, what a swerve! Veli, first pick for Team Interro. The man has the hair of an icon. Veli, I've known you for way too long. Your first pick, man, this is huge.
I'm ready, man. So you know what? KiXSTAr made a mistake. Back in the days when I used to run Ring, they used to call me Chocolate Thunder. I'm the best gold out there. They're not ready for me.
The best gold out there, AKA Chocolate Thunder. You know, I don't have anything else to add. Veli, go ahead and take your position. Chocolate Thunder. That was the thing that was said. All right, Kix, you gotta top that one, bud.
Rams.
Rams! Oh, okay. Man thinks he's an Adonis. I appreciate that. Rams, you're the second pick here, man. This team looking good so far. How do you feel about this lineup?
It's looking pretty good, but the thing is there's a lot of haters out there that think they can take me down. But what they don't know is I'm the greatest.
Did this guy just cut a promo on me? I'm sorry. Is this AEW or Rainbow Six? That's awesome. All right, well, Interro, now it's time for you to pick your second teammate.
Well, I'll go with the man with the nicest eyes in all of Pro League, Stokes.
Stokes, here he comes. The man looks like he could be the cover model for a generic men's magazine in the middle of Eastern Europe. Stokes, my friend. Second pick here, though. I'm kind of shocked that you're going second.
That's all right, that's all right. Tom Brady was, drafted late as well. I understand, I get it. It's okay. And, we got Flynn on the other team, too. I mean, He's my boy, but I gotta put him in the dirt today. It's fine. It's good.
And he literally just compared himself to Tom Brady. Let everyone settle that in your mind for a little bit. Okay, Kix, your turn. Who you got?
The longest raving Emzo.
Emzo! Here he comes. He's waiting, no wasted motion from this man. Emzo, man. This is looking like a good lineup here, man. Kix just keeps bringing the hits. What do you think about this team? What do you think about your opponents?
I'm just glad I don't have to play with that USN trash, because I don't want to get kicked for team killing every round.
Wow, okay. Does not want to play with the USN trash. His quote, not mine. All right, Emzo. Guys, give it up one more time for Emzo. Okay. Interro, it's your pick now.
Well, out of everybody left, I think you got to go with Guy. He only had one team from Latin America, and we only got one Latin America player, so let's bring him out.
Here he comes. We got Gilly. Let's go. Guizao from Latin America, a shining light. Guizao, my friend. You're on the stage now. I'm liking what I'm seeing here from the team. A lot of trash talk. How do you feel about this lineup?
My team is the best ever, and I am the hope for Latin America region.
He's a hope for Latin America. He's out, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead, take your position. That's a big pickup there, Kix. How you gonna top it?
Okayama.
Okayama. It's about time we get some class on this stage. Okayama, my friend.
Yeah.
You have a great team here. Yeah. Any words for your opponents?
Okay, we will win.
Okay, we will win. And that leaves only one player left here, unfortunately. But, Interro, just go ahead and make it official.
I'm going to bring Blue and his clown shoes out to the stage, if that's okay.
Here comes Blue! Oh, my word! Blue. What are those, man?
These are the gaming shoes.
The gaming shoes. GG's only, folks. GG's only. This is ridiculous. Blue, go ahead. Take your position. That is, I mean, look at the feet. Look at his shoes, everyone. Point and laugh. He spent like $1,000 on those. Okay, so now we have coaches to pick. We got two options here. Kix, who's the coach for your team?
Kizoku.
Kizoku! Whoa! Kizoku boss, ladies and gentlemen. Kizoku, go.
Can I have a mic okay?
What happened?
Can I have a mic okay? 10 seconds.
Go.
Okay. Hello, America! Hello! Do you love Rainbow Six Siege? And do you love me? Woo! I love America too, yeah! Woo!
Well, I don't know how you're gonna top that. That was pretty cool. Okay, and let's make it official for your coach here.
I'm going to bring out Gilly. Come on.
Here comes Gilly. Let's do this. It's gonna have the tall order of coaching this team. It's gonna be, hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Gilly, you got a really rough task ahead of you. Do you think that this is the team that could pull together a win here today?
Of course it is, because our task, well, is Paul Pick, Main Ash, Main Ella, and Lord Shanka. By the way, Kizoku, look at me. We will beat you.
Oh, man.
Come on, Kizoku.
Wow, unbelievable stuff. Well, go ahead, take your position. Okay, a lot of things have transpired on this stage here, but folks, I think it's time to get started with our casters show match. The lineups have been set up. Give it a round of applause one more time for your casters as they take to the stage. Go ahead, folks, take to the stage. It's now time to start the action, and let's send it over to the studio with some special guests. Oh, actually, wait, I stand corrected. We gotta break things down real fast. Actually, I need someone to help me break. I have a great option here. Zeronic, come on up. I lost myself in the show for a moment. I didn't know what to do there. Kizoku was doing things with his hands, and I lost my mind for a moment.
Comes to fire.
Yeah, what in God's green earth just happened up here, man?
I don't know, but Flynn tried to qualify for this major, failed miserably. At least he gets to play on the stage.
He made it.
Yeah, I'm happy for him. I hope Stokes loses, because if he manages to win, he's going to put it in his Twitter bio that he won on stage.
Oh, dear.
So I really don't want that to happen.
Okay. What about Team Kicks? They look so stacked. This looks like a really, really good team.
Yeah, Parker's got the short straws.
What was that?
Parker's got the short straws.
Oh, okay. And then, so speaking of the short straws, I mean, you got Veli over there. He's a dear friend of mine.
If you get picked after Veli,
that's true.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I've played ranked with Parker. There's a reason Kix doesn't. He's right. If you get picked after Veli, you're nah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, let's all remember that Veli was the one that walked out first. So if you had to pick who's going to win, I think it's pretty obvious. But
yeah,
I want to hear from you and the reason.
I feel like Kix gonna give at least a little bit to Parker, just so it's not gonna be too annoying to work with him in the future. So maybe a couple of rounds and stuff, because he's fragile, and Kix would instantly put him in the dirt.
Then you got Blue and his shoes. And that is an economical problem, and dare I say, it's a crime against humanity what he's putting on his feet here.
No.
Why?
Keep showing them, and everyone goes, no.
Yeah, what I believe he spent a cool
too much.
A cool grand on those shoes. So bless him. So if his decision making is as poor in his shoe choice as it is in Siege, there's a possibility that this could be a very short game.
I mean, he's basically paying for Kix' team at this point.
He's playing for Kix' team at this point. All right, but then you also have some standouts over here. You're gonna have, I believe they got. Oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank on Gizal. They have Gizal, so Gizal clearly is gonna be the one to carry this team, correct?
I mean, somebody's gonna have to, but they're again, up against someone that's probably 3 times better. So I don't really know how they're gonna deal with this.
So if you had to pick a round count, what do you think it's gonna be?
I mean, they should just do 7-0 just for fun, but I'd like to see, it being dragged out a bit. And
okay.
The map we're going to play on,
And what map is that, by the way?
That's Kanal.
Okay, so we're going to Kanal.
It's going to be the last time you're ever going to see this Kanal, ever.
Okay, all right, so let's get from the crowd. I want to get from the crowd here. What do you guys think the score is going to be of the game? The round count of the score. 7-0, 7-0. Is anyone giving those poor souls on the stage one round? Over here, any hope for that? No. Everyone's just shaking their head. Oh man, this is going to be rough. I don't know. I'm like a little uncomfortable with what we're about to see on this stage.
No, I love it.
The children in the audience, folks, and clearly we can't show this kind of content on TV. But I'm looking forward to it. Brother, thank you so much for your time, man. Really appreciate it. We'll be hearing more of Zoronic over at the studio later on for the start of the game, folks. Come on, give it up for your casters. They're going to bring the entertainment. They're going to have a good time. That's what this is all about here in North Carolina, folks. So let's have some fun. Let's go over now to the studio. We're going to have some special guests to break down the game.
In an unexpected turn of events here at the Raleigh Major, we are all out of the tournament, and here on the desk, and the sole hopes of North America rely on a man in a bathrobe and some Gucci shoes. So not a lot going here for NA, and we're going all the way back to Kanal for the last time to see, well, I guess the best that NA has to offer.
Yeah, I think one thing, too, that you can point out is KiXSTAr, when he was playing pro, this was his best map, too. So if Interro didn't get it any harder, the map selection is making it even worse.
Yeah, I mean, Interro's team, it's a pile of garbage led by the biggest pile of garbage. So I'm definitely rooting for Kix here. There's nothing I like more seeing than Parker getting his butt whooped, so.
I will say a big point to make, though, is there's a lot of golds on Interro's team. And if you ever play ranked and you think that you have the upper edge, it's the gold's Super Bowl, and they might find a way to actually squeak out the win.
That is true. I mean, their first overall pick was a gold by the name of Chocolate Thunder. And when that's the leading talent on your roster, I mean, I guess things could get wild. They could, but I got faith in Flynn. I got faith in Kix. I think they have what it takes. I do not think Parker has what it takes.
Yeah, me neither. I think Flynn might not have been able to qualify for the major, but I think the best we can hope for here is a 7-0, just to set everything right and put the crowd out of their misery for what we're about to see on stage on Kanal, as Kix more than likely dismantles every single person on Parker's team.
Yeah, I think a big thing that we can see too is probably a bunch of ACOGs coming out, because I'm sure the aim is not going to be there. So we're just going to have to hope for the best. They'll just press mouse 1 and close their eyes, and maybe we'll actually see some kills before the timer runs out.
I would go with take the triangle and just blame it on the triangle if anything goes wrong. I think we'll see more than one person step on a frost mat today.
And Team Kix going with a Montane ban, that's a wise choice. Interro's team lacks so much talent that their best option really was to just stand there and hope that somebody else could get a kill stand behind a Montane. Interro bans Blackbeard. I think that's an awful idea. I don't think a single one of them could hit a headshot anyways, so waste of a ban, in my opinion.
Yeah, I fully anticipate all body shots in the kill feed here today. I think that is the most we can hope for. And as Vault goes away too, I don't expect anyone to sit on cams, so I'm really not sure why that's being banned anyway. Maybe the shotgun, they were worried about that being a little too strong for the level we're playing at.
It might have been a good one against Kix. I feel like Kix might throw some cams, get crazy. The Echo ban.
Yeah, basically, I don't think any of them want to play with IQ. That was probably planned before the match, so that none of them had to actually know how to get rid of utility.
Yeah, that's not something they want to run into. So, first sight, they're gonna.
I feel like it's got to be monitors.
Site to pick, right?
I feel like you got to go back to monitors, but I don't know how many of these guys outside of Kix and Emzo were around back then when this map was actually played.
Definitely Rams too as well. He played on console.
That's true. That's true.
Yep.
He could probably perform today with a controller, given the level of opponent.
He probably could. I think he'd shut them all up. He's got the mouse keyboard though. He grinds ranked, so I forgot about that as well. Yeah, Rams has what it takes as well.
I don't know if anyone sees, but Flynn's playing with his mouse underneath his keyboard, so I know why he didn't make it here.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
That is not the play. I don't know how he plays like that.
Everyone knows the more vertical your keyboard is, the better you perform.
Yeah.
That's what Kevin's going for. At some point, it's going to go in a full circle on that.
His was quite vertical. It was just his mouse pad was underneath it still.
All right.
They do go monitors.
How many ACOGs do we have? Just one ACOG. This is a total disaster in strategy from Team KiXSTAr. We need at least multiple ACOGs to have a chance here on defense.
I'm not sure why Parker went for the Hibana instead of the Thermite. I think he's got the idea that he could actually, I don't know, get a kill. But I feel like he should just open up that box wall better for his team. Flynn instantly getting ready for the spawn peaks. Kicks around the cav. I actually believe in this Kix cav here because I really think they're not going to play it all from outside. Kix is going to get some freebies. He really is.
And we have all of Team Interro spawning on the opposite side of the map. Like, they're actually planning on clearing across, so that just sounds like free reign for KiXSTAr as Interro takes the first gunfight there with it looks like Flynn jumping outside early on the Jaeger.
And to be honest, right after seeing that clip, like, if I was watching the VOD, I would have said keep peeking. Because Interro, he shot his first bullet, and then he shot a different building, I'm pretty sure.
And down goes Veli early as Flynn continues to peek every single window in sight. Nothing is safe for Team Interro as they try to approach the building.
Yeah, and Coach Kazoku is just in behind them, and he's just screaming, just peek them. Like, I'd be doing the same thing. Peek them all, they can't hang. Look at them, 3 on the roof, terrified. Oh, Stokes does catch Flynn, though.
That's a huge loss for Team KiXSTAr. That is, want to be pro Flynn himself going down early on the Jaeger, but Rams hiding in the top of the Coast Guard side of the map there on the Mozzie. Not that anyone's droning anyways, but if they were, he would be there to stop them.
Well, they have 3 operators with a Claymore too, so I'm going to be really excited when they forget to put it down, and then Rams jumps out and kills them all.
Yeah, they are right beside the door on the roof, and I don't think a single one has been placed there.
In all honesty, I'm impressed the bulletproof went down in the prep phase. In the average ranked game, I think you're missing at least 3 to 4 reinforcements, and no barb or bulletproofs are ever placed.
Yeah, well, Stokes just was still chilling there on the roof, got more picks. They finally opened the wall, and now they're just all lined up at the wall, though. And I don't think that was a play. I think he should have gone full canine and just sat on that roof the whole round.
I don't know if we can see chat, but it looks like Enzo just stopped to type goodnight after he killed that guy.
Yeah, Flynn goodnighted himself. when he died.
That's impressive.
Yep. And Parker, Interro, Bang, and Mackay cannot land proper Habanas on the wall, so his team is stuck outside. And Blue gets taken down, got the impact grenade debris on his Gucci shoes.
That's rough. They are never going to look the same. And that's Team Interro taking round number 1 on attack here on Kanal. And Stokes is, the Abercrombie model himself, is extremely hyped up here. As Kix is actually going to fall 0-1. So the 7-0 we were hoping for, not going to come to fruition here.
No, it's not.
Like I said, like before the game even started, they're going to be so hyped up for this match, and the other team is going to think they already have it in a bag. So I think that if they can just keep the momentum going, somehow they're going to come out with a victory. I think big thing too, not bringing any wall denial should have been a big problem. But when you have Interro playing hard breach, you're fine.
Yeah, he can't open the wall anyways. He did make up for it. What a play. Good play from Parker, jumping in the server window. You know, he might have made the wall impassable for his team, but he did jump in a window and shoot a guy in the back.
I think shooting people in the back is about the best you can hope for Interro. I think we went to a little bit of a player listen-in there into their team speak for a bit here.
Yep. We'll be listening in a little here.
And this is going to get clipped, and it's going to get taken out of context. But we're going to have to drop everybody. I'm just saying. Like, oh, Mozzie! Mozzie second floor. Mozzie cracking. Y'all, I'm going to watch bridge and watch them rotate, okay?
I don't even know the callouts to this map anymore.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. I don't play casual. I barely play ranked.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's just setting up. It's good. I got drone set up though.
There's a pass.
No.
My drone can't go in.
Dude, I'm hands
They just got,
right now. I got my drone
just
set
got
up.
the Twitch
We're
drone
good.
pitching.
Yeah. All right. Y'all ever chill like this before? Yeah. This is the easiest ranked game I've ever played. I don't even know. I shot Flynn in his head, dude. I'm hype about that.
Have located a bomb.
All right.
Here.
Kix was Jaeger. He was inside of a kitchen.
And he got monitor's window open.
Yeah, they got banded as well.
It's open.
I got a Twitch drone.
Can we drone bridge?
Yeah, I can get you.
If we can drone bridge, that'd be great. Yeah.
Cam's still up. Drone's clear. They have a
Watch the store.
There's a man on the door. Watch.
Thank you.
I can keep a drone. Yeah, are you gonna repel? Are you gonna repel west? They have a lead. One rotated in. There's one east side of bridge. He's right underneath. It's impacted.
I think they're under. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Vigil. He's inside
There's
of.
a Legion in.
He's inside of security. Vigil and security. Vigil and security.
Is this your Twitch drone?
Yeah, it's mine. It's mine.
And Sarah, rotate down.
Yep.
He's inside of security right now.
Roger.
Oh, are you still in here? Just holding the door.
No, Visual fell down. He's not security, but there's still one more security.
I'm kind of going.
And we're back on possibly the most bandit trackable site on the entire game, and we have yet to see a bandit from Team KiXSTAr as Blue takes down Gazao in what I guess can be called a trade after Emzo got one, but as Flynn picks another one back onto Veli, it looks like Stokes is finally going to put down that Claymore.
Yeah, after he whiffed a whole clip on the flanker and he escaped, he put down a Claymore just in case the guy comes back for more. Not a bad idea.
And we're seeing the coach from Team Interro there with his hands on his head in what can only be described as pure disappointment.
We're in the site, though.
They are in the site, but it is Parker, and he cannot shoot straight, so...
Parker being in the site does not mean a whole lot, and neither does Blue in the hallway as he goes down to Rams.
Doesn't matter how many bullets you give him.
I think Rams went through 2 mags there, and Blue still couldn't do anything with a 100-round Capital. And for all that in the site we hyped up Interro, he got absolutely nothing as Flynn takes him down.
I think this is the biggest problem with this team, to be honest. They made the play, they saw the opening, they got into the site, but just none of them have any skill, so they weren't able to capitalize on the advantage they saw.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Parker saw the opening. He probably told his team, you need to get in here with me. Mind you, he wasn't saying that in a manner where it's like, hey, come help me. It was, I'm in the site, and I will die because I cannot aim. You better get in here, or else we're going to lose.
Yeah, and then we have Blue on what might be the most overpowered operator on attack, whose only kill is a team kill so far on Capitao. So 100 bullets, and all he was able to do was take down a teammate. I don't think those Gucci gaming shoes have been helping his aim very much.
Yeah, I think you were right at the beginning of the game by saying that they should probably get rid of the ACOGs and probably just go for one-time sights, because that was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
To be honest, I think they might be better in corners with shotguns. That might be it.
I'm just waiting on KiX's team to bring a bandit. I think all that play back in year one, and I think that's what we're missing out on right now.
Yeah, a solid bandit trigger would it would throw all of Interro's strategies out the window.
That was impressive.
I think he hit him once.
That's 41 bullets, and I think he did about 30 damage in total there.
He's moving up from probably last round though, so.
I'm waiting
looking
for
forward
thermite
to
shotgun on Interro. I think that's kind of the next progression.
Interro just needs to focus honestly on the hard breaching, because like that's his biggest struggle so far.
Yeah, it has been. He's tried to open the wall. Oh, and it's an early side swap here, and Interro actually is going to the bandit. And you know, as awful as a player Parker is, it's not a bad idea. So I'll give him some credit there, but he's probably going to put the battery on the wrong wall.
He might put it on the barbed wire.
He might be talking so much that he won't hear the thermite charge. I think that's the most likely case.
He'll probably be tweeting mid-round, clapping along to it, and forget to put down his utility.
Yeah, there's a solid chance.
Veli's just walking by drones.
Yeah, Veli, I thought he was doing, the standard drone hunt in the Coast Guard building, but, he actually just crossed, saw the drones, and crossed back. So a solid prep phase usage there from
Parker
Veli.
really did put the bandits on the wrong wall. He put... That's impressive. One Thatcher, and everything's going to be denied. He didn't keep one in his pocket.
He needs to tweet, but he's got to place the batteries and tweet. I mean, you got to respect that, right? Social media is very important. You got to keep up the image, so you got to appreciate that from Parker.
And KiX's going to get an early pick here onto Gazao, showing Blue how you actually are supposed to play Capitao. You are actually meant to get kills with that operator.
And that was a really refreshing sight. Some nice crosshair placement from KiX. Just something that we do not see normally in this matchup.
And it's all on Interro here. He has one bandit battery left here. It looks like he is actually going to get the first thermite charge. This is more than we could have ever hoped for, given the player on the bandit. And I really think Blue's actually in a good spot here. He's got the shotgun on the stairs.
And Parker goes for the wrong panel. That must have been talking to his team.
You couldn't have expected him to get two, though.
No, you could not.
And he goes down to Flynn. Pretty much as expected. I think Parker overachieved that round.
Yeah, I mean, the wall got open, and I think he tried to make up for it by running out of the wall.
That was actually a great shot.
I was very...
Oh.
Blue got one.
I'm pretty sure he just hit him on accident, but Blue did indeed get a kill.
And Stokes is down. I think that's... No, sorry, Rams is down on the stairs there. And I think Stokes has been in the back of the site on Vigil Static the entire time as Blue goes for two. So
no way Emzo's still in spawn.
Yep, Emzo's back there.
I hope he was droning. Something.
All he was doing was clicking his lions and sitting on cams, I'm sure.
To be fair, he actually would have caught Parker running into that wall. So KiX entering in, I don't know if he's going to expect where Blue is. He will not.
Blue's on 3 kills here on the smoke. He finally swapped over to the shotgun and the SMG-11.
He is.
Blue with a shotgun versus Emzo with Lion and no EE1Ds left. Who are you taking?
Well, I thought it was really interesting that he waited for his teammate to die to use the Lion when he knew he was way too far away. So Blue's going to definitely win this one.
Yeah, I think he will. If Emzo tries to go up the stairs, Blue's going to win this one. I think the play, Emzo has to just swing in through a window and hope he picks the right lane, but it seems he's choosing to go towards a staircase with Lion.
If I would have told you that North America's hopes in Raleigh would come down to a 1v1 between Blue going for a 4K and Emzo on Lion,
I would not believe you. Blue does have 2 barbed wire, though. That's a big deal. He could put these down. Oh.
And Blue with a recoil headshot. Sometimes you take what you can get in this game.
Yeah, we take those.
We do. I think most of them were headshots for him.
I think Blue might be the top.
They were very late in his magazine, which is not normal for an SMG-11 headshot. But he did hit them. It happened.
I will say props to Blue for being able to get KiXSTAr on the entry. That was definitely what they needed to be able to win the round.
Yep. The kill on KiX, that was the nail in the coffin.
Parker and Interro failing the bandit trick and then running at the wall with a That was actually a great shot by Belly there.
Yeah, that was the highlight of the round. Blue definitely brought it back and made up for Parker's mistakes.
That's probably the highlight of the game. There's no way they hit anything like that for the rest of the game.
No, I don't think
Blue's
so.
SMG recoil starts at the feet, goes to the head, and then runs out of bullets, and then we start all over again.
Yeah, I think it goes like a lot of the time it goes above his head and then it randomly like drops back down for a bullet and he gets his headshot there.
I think that might be the strat. He's ready for people prone peeking, crouch peeking, and peeking at head level.
Yeah, if you peek,
you will die.
He'll hit you.
Blue just taking the game to another level here. Absolutely taking over against Team KiXSTAr as they fall behind here early on Kanal.
And it appears some technical issues, so
Potentially
rehosting
attack
the lobby.
pause?
Attack pause.
Who knows?
Maybe.
On peak more.
I'm assuming probably someone on KiXSTAR's team had to do something to the lobby to get a free timeout out of it.
That could be it. I would be wanting a timeout as well.
Alt F4? Really takes you back.
It
Yeah, and it looks like there we are out of the lobby, so not much to say so far. I think players we did not expect stepping up. I think Blue might be the top fragger in the entire lobby. Looks like the coach here for Team Interro trying to hype them up, but Kazoku is dancing in the background? Gymnastics? I'm really not sure.
He's being Kazoku. I don't think a lot of the time you can define what he does other than just him being him.
He is super relaxed man, I think, as he said himself.
Yes.
I think he's definitely trying to cheer his team up out right now because right now they're the team to win and they can't put rounds together. So.
Well, they can't put anything together, it appears. And Captain Bathrobe himself lounging there.
He might think it's funny to be lounging around like that, but to be honest, he's costing his team and they're carrying him. So he needs to sit up and think about what he's been doing to get back in the game.
Yeah. To be honest, he should be down. Giving Blue a nice foot rub after taking off those Gucci slippers. Because Blue clutched up for him, carried him through the round.
I think Interro might be the definition of boosted during this game right here.
Oh, most certainly. So I still think just waiting again. As always, can be some issues in game, and this is a good thing. It is a good thing for Team Kix. Team Parker, not so much taking advantage of it. Like you saw, Parker just lying back, being full of himself.
So we saw a 2-round swap, right? So and Team Interro is going to have defense one more time, I believe, and they're up 2-1. So this could be really scary for Kix and squad.
Yeah, it could be. I definitely think, just generally speaking, can be harder to attack in a match like this, where it's uncoordinated, to say the least.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Emzo actually was droning in spawn. I was trying to give him some credit. All I saw him doing was just pressing the lion button. So I don't know if they are actually droning, but if they can get some denial, maybe like a mute or something on Interro's side this round as well, I think it's over for Kix.
Judging by how the round went, they might have all just been watching KiXSTAR scream, hoping he was going to carry them to victory, but Blue shut that down real quick.
Yeah. I actually think one of the big things is someone needs to hop on the repels. Why is no one repelling in this match?
Yeah, Blackbeard got banned and everyone's terrified of the windows. There's no Valkyrie to have cams for outside. Not that, you would expect them to check the cams before running outside on defense. But, there's been 0 repel play.
Yeah, I mean, the only run out that's happened is Parker running out of the box and dying. So, I don't know.
Impressive to say the least.
I think these repels can be abused.
Hopefully we can see some more variety than open the box wall and everyone die right outside of it.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty much been the name of the game so far.
Yeah, just open the wall, die in the hallway.
Unless they're trying to get tricky, I'm assuming they're going to go maps here. And I think that with how much pressure is on Kix's team to win, they might look for like a early rush right into kitchen. Other than that, I agree. Repels probably is like their best choice to get some frags.
I think odds are we see Ash finally come out here. with our backs against the wall, I think that's the operator that is going to come to bear here.
Yep.
Team KiXSTAr. I think they've got to make something happen. They're going to have to make some sort of change to what they're doing because everyone watching KiXSTAR's screen, calling a lion and hoping for the best, has not happened so far.
Yeah, I think you have Kix hop on Ash, hop on a repel. I would like to see somebody do a hot breach. I mean, it's one of my favorite things to do when I play Kanal. Not competitive, but just in general. It's fun to do.
It actually works quite well.
I think it would work in this because everyone's just sitting in the hallway and right on the box wall.
You can bring it back really old school and just do a hot breach M870 rush.
Yeah, just fly in the server window. I think it'll work.
5 recruits with shotguns.
I wish I was coaching them. I really do.
No, you don't. No, you really don't.
That's true. All right. Kizoku still doing his thing. Oh, my God.
I'm terrified. I really don't know. I'm speechless. Hopefully he can do something to hype that team up because things have not been going well.
Yeah, they're not turning around and looking at him. I think they need to turn around, realize who's behind them. He'll bring some smiles, some pep to the team. I think it'll help out.
I think this is like about the time where the casters usually say, this is a really long time out, you know, this is probably going to affect the players somehow. Some of them, you know, getting in their heads too much. But I think in this case, it's probably safe to say that this isn't affecting any of them because they don't really know what they're doing anyway.
Yeah, I mean, Kix has his feet up on the desk. He seems completely relaxed, and I just saw Stokes lucking the shotgun on Tachanka in his operator setup. So maybe we will see something extremely interesting here. With how long the average gunfight is lasting, from what we've seen, the shotguns are actually a very safe pick here. I think you could probably get an entire mag off before you die.
I know at least with the shotgun, after the spray, they won't be staring at the ceiling. So I think that's like best case scenario for most of them right now.
They can at least keep eyes on their opponent.
As much as I want Parker's team to lose, I would enjoy seeing Stokes kill Flynn with Tachanka. I would enjoy that. Followed by them losing the round, but I would like to see Flynn die to that.
I think if Stokes could team kill Interro with the turret,
that
after he gets
would
a
be
kill,
better.
That would probably be the best anyone here could hope for.
That would be the best outcome.
And I think Blue might actually be top of the leaderboard right now as far as kills go. I think it's Blue and Flynn both on 4.
Yeah,
I just saw.
He's got to be. Oh, those were all 4 of Blue's kills. That's true. I thought he was popping off. He had that round.
An absolute carry from the USM trash, John Blue Mullen.
I will say that he definitely stepped up after that round with Capitao and hitting the Vigil probably one time. Turning around and getting that round for his team was huge. So.
Well, it was only up from there. It literally could not have gotten worse.
Exactly.
Yeah, only up. Recoil as well. I'm actually, now that I think about it, I really am impressed that he could do that with the SMG-11, but not with that 100-bullet
gun that has 0 recoil.
Yeah.
Fire bullets that instantly clear areas. And
he just needs the recoil. Maybe he should hop on Vigil and Doke. Pull out the
SMG-12 might be what Blue needs to get it done here.
Yeah.
I will be interested to see, though, if they do a highlight of that last kill, where he started his shots to be able to land that headshot.
Yeah. It was somewhere around there.
Somewhere around his toes or...
And Blue's going back to what works here. You know, Smoke got it done one round. We're going over to Mute here the next time. SMG-11 again and the shotgun. That seems to be Blue's arsenal of choice as 3 drones here. It looks like the drone plan for Team KiXSTAr is drive them up the stairs and lose them all to the shotgun. As Blue struggled a little bit to shoot the drones, but he was not struggling to shoot players last round.
He was not. He's still running his pump SMG combo. And honestly, now that I think about it, I think Blue looks at the feet of his opponents and he sees they are not rocking the same Gucci slippers, and he laughs at them and gains confidence and then nails his headshots.
I think we're going to be going over here to a player listen in shortly and get some more TeamSpeak communication here from...
From the window. You're talking.
Where? I have no idea where that is.
All right,
I don't remember.
Flynn, you're gonna, Flynn, you're gonna push the doorway. All right.
All right.
Nice pick.
The guy who threw a nitro at me or someone else?
I don't know who I killed, honestly.
Belly?
Yeah, I
Legion,
killed.
think?
Who's Legion? Legion dead.
Legion, yeah.
Yo, listen. You can go hard left. Go hard left in sight and just plant. Go hard left in sight and just
Your
plant.
hallway's
I got
clear.
your
Your
door.
hallway's clear.
Yeah,
Belly.
I've got your door.
can
I've got your door.
Yo, Emzo, call my drone in the hallway, okay?
Okay.
One in the hallway. Call it.
Someone covering? Yeah. All right, we got the cover. 50.
I've got you covered.
Pushing.
75.
Bing, KiXSTAr coming.
Plant down.
Got them both.
Good calls, Devin.
I'm watching hallway now.
Yep.
Good.
I'm just backing out. Getting all the way up for safety.
Easiest strat in the world. He's upstairs somewhere. I'm gonna deagle him. I'm gonna go deagle him. Where's he at?
Hallway. Main hall lit. Main hall lit. Middle main stairs.
Downstairs. Ram.
Oh no, he got me.
It's Mozzie. He's gonna come back up probably.
One shot, literally one health.
What can only be described as a complete failure of competitive integrity. Somehow, Blackbeard is unbanned. The score has been reversed as KiXSTAr has paid off the admins to receive an extra round and unban the operator they need to finally get around. And so all we were left with was Interro running in circles, doing absolutely nothing to help his team save the bomb site.
The only way I can think of it is Parker's so much of a chump that when they rehosted, they needed to give him a round loss.
Yeah, I think a big thing is all the people that were putting money on this are definitely happy now because KiXSTAr is definitely making sure that his team's going to win.
Yeah, came back, got a free round win, got Blackbeard unbanned for Rams. They did the most.
They're just feeding KiXSTAr 2 kills there. I don't know how much he paid for this, but it's looking good on the highlight reel for Kix, and Rams as well. He got the operator he needed to shut down All-Star SMG Fragger Blue. And Kazoku's extremely excited about it.
And now we have the legend Kazoku subbing in for one of the players. Honestly, I think this is only an improvement. He will bring too much style and just good vibes to the team. I mean, Team Interro was already done for, and they're really done for.
Yeah, at this point, they're just putting the finishing moves on Team Interro. It says tables, ladders, and chairs coming out from Team KiXSTAr on this tactical timeout, and I fully expect it to end right here with a big play from Kazoku.
I'd be interested to know if they knew that they were in sight for that rush and bomb plant. Also, too, I know Kanal hasn't been played a whole lot recently. Maybe they didn't know that there was a door to the site on the backside. They didn't have to rotate that front side and give Kix 2 freebies. But yeah, I think they definitely need to learn the map a little bit more.
I think the bomb went down in about the first 45 seconds of the round. I don't know if they knew where the site was at all.
I'm sure they've ran into this map here and there, right? They are casual players after all, so I'm sure they've ran into it time and time again. Blue back on his smoke. The side swap did not come back in. I don't know what rule set we're playing with. It really is all over the place. But yeah, Blue coming back with his SMG 11.
I think he just told Gazelle to get off of his staircase right there. I think this staircase belongs to Blue, and he's not leaving until the round's over. We should be going back to the player comms here again for one more listen in as Flynn comes out of spawn on the construction side away from his team, and Belly's probably going outside with Clash.
Oh, yo, check this
Defender has left the area of operation.
Yeah, he was trying to play there before.
Drone's up and running.
He was trying to contest it. I'm just trying to like sneak up on him. Fuck!
They're challenging like spawn peaks and everything.
Alright.
So be careful.
Flipping nuts.
Yep.
I want to get to the building. That'd be nice. We can get to the building. Yeah. It's too far to nade.
Bomb located by attackers.
Yeah, Team Kix there brought out the shield and everything to try and get out of spawn as Team Just Spawn Peak was still able to get their prerogative done there on defense. They were able to shut down the Hibana of Team KiXSTAr early as Emzo places his fuse charge on an open window.
Yeah, I believe that was Kazoku. He subbed in to instantly die leaving the spawn, and you could see he was a little upset about it. He was a little upset. He was crying some fake tears, but tears nonetheless, right? Stokes playing the dock, the bulletproof in-pocket dock. That's one of my favorites. You don't need the bulletproof. You're just peeking. Who needs it?
And there we have it. Ash ACOG to pick up the second gunfight of the round. There is obviously it was just you never stood a chance when you're against Ash with an ACOG. But it's his, it's just superior firepower as he's going to Ash underneath the bandit of Interro who sits in a corner and dies.
Yeah, and that's Rams showing that he has played this map competitively. He knows what you do on this map, and that was Interro showing he does not. He heard an explosion, the floor opened below him, and he was very confused. He was sitting there scratching at his head, probably tweeting, asking what's going on.
And it's Gazao here under immense pressure, tries to jump out on Flynn, but the SMG-11 really just kind of being the name of the game here. Somehow, one of the hardest guns to use in Siege has become the only gun that the talented non-talent of Rams fails utterly. Veli's shooting bodies here. That's Chocolate Thunder standing up in the middle of the clutch, not really making any attempt to save the round, but looking damn good for the fans as he does.
As much as I love to roast their team, Chocolate Thunder showed up big there, and I mean, that's a win in his books. It really is.
Yeah, I think at this point they probably need to drop the lobby again and just give them that point because Veli just embarrassed Rams.
I think he's playing for the mental win there at the end. He doesn't need to go for the clutch. He's just playing to give them confidence going into the next round. He's like, hey, Rams got all these kills, but I just absolutely world-starred him with a shield on my back. And I think he's just going to inspire Team Interro and maybe bring Blue back to form here, as we're going to see how Kazoku died to Stokes coming out of spawn early in the round. And there you can see him incredibly upset about how he died.
Crushed, one would say.
I never knew that Veli had that much coordination.
Neither did I. To be honest, it actually didn't look like he did, because he turned around and expected to see him and then didn't see him and was just holding mouse 1, and then eventually Ram showed up. He had no idea. It seemed like he didn't know where he was looking.
Oh my goodness, he actually...
Oh, there we go.
He pulled it off, the not-so-quick quick swap on the staircase. He's actually going to back down Rams and then turn around and take his head off with the SMG.
And as you could see, he shot at a different spot initially, not even knowing where he was turning to. But
I really like the standing up, letting go of your mouse and keyboard mid-clutch. Like, you're still alive, you're in a 1v2, there's a lot of time left on the diffuser, winnable round, and he's just going to walk away from it and go with hyping up the crowd instead.
As some NA players like to say, I got my kill.
He most certainly did.
So apparently the Valkyrie's still alive too.
Yeah, Valk is back.
Hey, if Team KiXSTAR is going to pay off the admins to change the operator bans, then I think Team Interro might as well take use of it here as... Oh, there's not much left of Team anyone.
I think the strat here is that they're so confident that they killed 2 of their best players, and now they want to see if they can still win the round without them.
I think it's a pity round, yeah.
This is just to make it so
he can't even
feels
TK.
better about himself. That's tough right there.
All right.
Don't worry,
I deserve that one. Yeah. I deserve that one.
I think that might actually... That just adds KiXSTAR to a long list of players who've nated themselves in professional matches.
Yeah, I definitely do top that list. I'm there. I warmly welcome him.
Start a support group for people who've nated themselves in a big match.
It's not fun.
I think Eclipse can join you there.
Yeah, oh, well, it wasn't himself.
Yeah, well, he got, what, Geo and easily?
Yeah, that was...
Tough times.
That was a good nade. That's my favorite nade spot. Yeah, just a pity round, it would seem.
Yeah, I'm really not sure why this is happening.
I'm not sure if they dry runned what they're doing right now, but it doesn't look like it's winning.
Yeah, that was the most inefficient way to give a round to another team I've ever seen.
Yeah, it wasn't even quick.
Yeah, the rush that Team Interro went for when they all died in kitchen really quickly, that seemed like a much more efficient way to end the round if that was the only goal they had here.
So, still match point for Team Kix here. The Kazoku pulse, I like that.
Pulling out the 2 UMPs. in a casual game. That's risky play right there. Possibly one of the weakest weapons in Siege. And I have a feeling that, given how this has gone, we're somehow going to see the UMP reign supreme now.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a bit better at this level.
It's no holds barred. I think I saw an Ash, Montane, and a Glaz coming out on the attacking side here.
Oh.
Well, this is inspiring.
Don't do that at home.
Yeah, I think for everyone watching this at home and in the crowd, I think the best message we can give you here is whatever you see on screen, do not repeat, and you'll probably have better luck in your ranked games than they're having here on stage.
Yeah, most likely. So
you can trust us. We're all out of the tournament. We can tell you what not to do. We just can't tell you what.
Experts in the field.
Yeah, we're experts in the field of what not to do here in Raleigh.
Yes, indeed. The Valk's still up, and Flynn is playing her now. Montane, also another operator, was banned. Veli realizes there's no bans anymore. He knows that Team Kix was worried about the Montane, bringing it out. He cannot play Montane the same way as Clash, though. So I'm interested to see if he still tries to spin on people.
I think the most interesting
I feel
one
like he
here
might.
is we've yet to see a Claymore put down, and we're bringing out Nomad. So I'm not sure kind of what the disconnect is as far as we've had the utility to watch flank all the other rounds, and we're bringing more utility to watch flank. As surprisingly, Team KiXSTAr is setting up on the Coast Guard side of the map here.
Yeah, and the Glaz coming out. And I gotta tell you, Glaz is not a good operator anymore.
Especially when you don't even have a sight on him. That's tough.
It's pretty bad.
As they have an Ash, but they're gonna melee down the castle anyway.
I don't know if they assumed that they were going to be going back to CC as well. Glaz used to be really good when you were shooting over from the other rooftop, but instead they have to deal with a different bomb site than they were expecting, so Glaz is probably going to do nothing here.
Team Kix can hear this Montane coming, but I don't think they quite know that they hear Chocolate Thunder himself coming.
They're going to throw C4s at Montane, but Montane does not care about your explosives. That's kind of the whole thing about him, is Blue's going to go ahead and nomad up the site here. As long as Veli doesn't step on that Legion, he should be good to control that hallway for the rest of the round. But
Glaz eats it up.
Someone else will instead. Now, I don't know if they know that Rams is in the middle of the site close, as he gets knocked over by the Nomad, and no one's going to capitalize on it.
And this is a mess. Kazoku is on the other side of the map, rotating back.
And Blue's going to pick up 2 big kills here. The all-star player for Team Interro continuing to show up big when they need it most.
Yeah, Montane seems like quite the pick. They seem quite distracted by him, to say the least.
And it's Captain Gucci shoes there. I'm going to go ahead and pick up 3 on the round on the Nomad.
And we questioned the pick.
I think it's interesting to say, too, every time they bring operators that were banned on their own team, they're winning the rounds. So
it's almost like they were banned for a reason.
Maybe good scouting was done before this match, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I sincerely doubt it. I think we're swapping sides here.
No, they're still on defense.
We're still on defense. Okay. So 4-3, I believe we're on match point. One more defense here for Team KiXSTAR to try and save the rounds that they bought from ESL.
Yeah, 4-3 or 4-2?
Or 4-3, I believe.
4-3. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. Actually, I have no idea what the rule set is because who knows? It's been interesting. I'm not sure if they win the next. If Team Interro wins the next round, if they go to overtime or not. But, if it's what rules normally are, Team Kix needs this round to avoid overtime, and I'd be worried about going overtime if I were them. I wouldn't want to face too many more Veli, Montane, or Clash rounds.
And I think anything can happen in rounds where Interro's getting 2 kills.
Yeah, that's a good point. That is some unexpected impact that you do not account for.
I think they also realized, too, probably that their droning was atrocious. So they brought the Montane to be able to just move through the sites, call out where people are, give them pings, and then they can try their best from there.
Yeah, we saw Team KiXSTAr go with the approach of Emzo sit and spawn online and drone other people and use the EE1D. And Team Interro's going with the approach of Veli, you be the human drone, just go ahead and walk in front of us with the Montane. And so far that seems to be the more successful approach, but will he catch a frost mat?
Yeah. The thing is, I like the frost pick, but they've just been entering like very linearly, like just going across the sky bridge or just going through one of the outside second floor doors. So I'm not sure. There hasn't been many window entries, so I'm not sure how much faith I have in the frost.
And to everyone at home, that's one thing you can do that these guys are doing. Stokes actually did remember to shoot out the default cam before getting on drone in front of it. Always shoot out your default cams. Best thing you can do.
Can confirm. Not a bad idea.
It does look like they might be trying to get up to the windows with the Montaigne. If he jumps in, he's in for a surprise. Okay, now he's going inside.
I think they had to turn Veli around because he wasn't sure where the doorway was.
I was hoping we'd see a Montaigne repel. I think it'd just be funny. Oh.
Flynn is outside the map. And Flynn is dead.
Yeah, he got nobody off guard there.
I think Veli might have been scared, but it didn't matter.
And Emzo's going to try and follow up Flynn with the same thing, but it didn't work, and now they're already staring at the window, so I'm not sure what the idea was. KiXSTAr trying to take cues from Blue and grab smoke, but he forgot to put a scope on it first.
Yeah, and that's not going to go well. And
Interro screw up the wall again?
Yes. He did. It's impressive. Parker is impressively garbage.
Well, that cannot be overstated. And Rams is going to pick up one there onto the Jackal. And KiXSTAR's alone in sight, throwing smokes at the shield instead of shooting him in the back.
The Montaigne's an issue for him. They are struggling with the Montagne.
Parker actually landed a headshot.
Wow. Let me see that. Oh.
Something's clearly going wrong for Team KiXSTAR. I think Parker had 2 headshots that round, and 2 the round prior.
I think the Montaigne is honestly just scaring them.
Is that Parker on his computer? It might not be. It might have switched.
They might have had that. Might be our coach step in for Interro.
I
think that's the only explanation I can think of.
Yeah, I've never seen Parker hit a headshot. And I've known him for a long time. I've lost a lot of years.
See, they just switched. He just sat back down.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he definitely wasn't playing. There's no shot. I won't believe it.
And here we get to see Flynn in first person miss the knife, miss all the bullets, and die spectacularly, and we're going to see Emzo follow it up maybe next.
Yeah, I think Veli did hear the jump out, and that's why he started moving backwards. I think the most impressive part of the whole thing was Flynn saw the Monty ready for him and still decided to drop down.
Yeah, he saw the Montaigne, and he's like, okay, let me fight a Montaigne outside.
Yeah, if you would have told me that Interro would be winning gunfights against KiXSTAR at the beginning of this, I would not have believed you.
Well, most of Interro's shots, even though that was a headshot, most of them are to people that aren't looking at him, so we got to keep that in mind.
Looking at him there.
Yes.
Interro might be the king of shooting people in the back. Makes his team do all the hard work.
You got to do what you got to do.
That's crazy. I've never seen anyone on their phone on stage.
I'm pretty sure ESL makes us put our phones away. This is unfair right here.
It is. They're all checking Twitter though. Checking Twitter, seeing what people think, which is definitely not what pro players want to do during a match.
I think the general consensus is that people are thinking very little of the gameplay they're seeing.
I think this is the point. If Team Kix is actually on their phone, all of you guys at home should take a moment to tweet at all those guys on Team Kix and tell them how embarrassing they are for being the better players and not being able to close this game out yet.
I think the go-to tweet should be something along the lines of, at Interro, you were the worst player I've ever seen.
I'd be okay with that one.
Yeah.
Regardless of results, I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay if we weren't playing and that was tweeted to Parker, I think.
I think that should be tweeted to Parker every day.
We could start a trend. We could have people do that every morning. Every morning, if you guys wake up and instead of saying good morning to someone, you just tweet Parker and call him garbage.
We could really start a movement.
Yeah. Hashtag call Parker garbage or something. So I think they're rehosting because of I'm guessing because of the overtime, because it was going to 5-4, but the rehost didn't quite work right. Okay, so actually, we're going to go to the stage. I'm assuming Alex has something to tell us about, I assume.
Where there are no real winners.
All right. I got you guys covered. So I was just informed by our production that because we had a few restarts here, the best way to settle this is to a good old-fashioned battle of rock, paper, scissors. That is going to determine who wins the KiXSTAr show match. So let's welcome Kix and Interro to the stage right now to settle the score. All this could have been resolved had Kix just put them out of their misery, but instead, this is the world we live in. So here we go, guys. Give it up for your captains. Team Kix, Team Interro. Gentlemen, all right. So have you guys been informed of the situation and the rules? Okay, so I was told that we were gonna do a best of 3 rock, paper, scissors. Now this is very important because everyone has a way of which that they do rock, paper, scissors. Are we gonna do rock, paper, scissors, shoot? Or rock, paper, scissors, and then at the end of scissors you go? Which one do you guys wanna do? So 1, 2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, 3, shoot. Good? Yeah, and then shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, so you guys, I think it'd actually be really great if you guys help me out in the crowd. Are we down with that? Yeah? All right, let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. So I'm gonna count it down. I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3, and then you guys go and you guys follow their lead. You got that? You got that? Okay, good. You guys are professionals. I think you got it. All right, here we go. For all the marbles. Actually, it's gonna be a best of 3 for all the marbles. So here we go, folks. 1, 2, 3. Oh, go again, go again. 1, 2, 3. Go again, quick, quick, quick. All right, 1-0 Interro, 1-0 Interro. Oh, Kix is crushed. All right, let's establish it real quick. All right, here we go. All right, guys, come on. We can get a little louder than that as well. I need everyone to participate. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, again. Wait. I know, wait for me to count down. All right. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. Oh! What is going on? Oh my word. All right. Let's do this. I'm feeling the tension up here. This is, all right, here we go. All right, crowd. Everyone, let's get loud. 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3. Oh! And Kix is your winner! Wow! Brotherly love. Real quick, what a hard-fought game. Any words for KiXSTAr, your partner in crime?
It wouldn't be Pro League without rehosts, so we felt the real experience. But I just like that I got to kill Flynn at least once. That's all that matters to me.
In the end, it is the small victories that count. Kix, you're the winner in what can only be described as one of the most dramatic rock, paper, scissors games I've ever been a part of in my life. Any words for your opponents and for the people here in North Carolina?
It's a weird match with all the rehosts, and honestly, I'm just happy I got to see Kanal before it gets reworked.
There you go. All right, guys, give it up one more time for your talent team. Team Kix is your winner. Big thank you to our casters as well, everyone kicking butt out there. But now we're gonna go to a quick break. When we come back, it's time to start the semifinals. We'll see you on the other side.